Nutriplenish Leave-In Conditioner.
All right, hello everyone. Sorry about the late start. I was making sure that everything was set up and then realized that I did not have any water. Which is important, especially if you're going to be talking straight for like, I don't know, a couple of hours. We'll see how long it goes. Thank you all for joining me on my birthday stream. We have a lot planned today. We are going to be writing some poetry, and we are going to be what else? Playing some games and just hanging out and chatting and having a good time and celebrating me getting old. So, thank you all for being here. How are you all doing on this Saturday afternoon? Or at least afternoon for me. I know I have lots of you who are from elsewhere. So hopefully you're all having a wonderful day. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. Thank you all. Oh, happy birthday from Chicago. I hope it's good in Chicago. I have only been there once, and it's not a bad city. It's not Saturday. It is Sunday. That can show you just how my day has been going. A little bit scatterbrained, but that's all right. It's my birthday. I'm allowed to be. How old? I am turning 28 this year. Happy birthday. West Coast still morning. Oh yeah, it is 11. All right. Happy to have all of you here. Thank you for joining me. Let us go ahead and actually start thinking about some poetry. So, 2 days ago was the halfway point for the 100 poem challenge, and I have been doing it, and it's been going, and I don't know how you all have been doing with it if you have been participating in this, but I honestly have found the last 25 days a lot more difficult than the first 25 days, and I don't know why. Like I don't know if it's because I like it's not that I ran out of ideas, but like the first 25 days of the challenge I was like, "Oh, I have all these great ideas. I can write all this stuff." And it was really, but like now these past few weeks have felt like, I don't know, like pulling teeth almost. Like I don't know. I'm not sure that they're very strong, these poems that I've written. Also, I think Desmond may be joining us. He's eyeing the desk like he's going to jump up here. Are you coming? You can sit up here. You just have to be good. Come on. So hopefully, let me know if you have been participating, if you have felt the same way, if the like part 2 of 4, if that has been easier or more difficult than the first quarter of the challenge. I have not actually, Cafadora, been writing poems about pulling teeth, though that actually would be a good poem. I do like writing about creepy things and gross things. And so I don't have a lot of strong poems, and I don't have my document camera set up. I do have a cat on my desk now, though. How about you sit on my lap, sweetheart, instead of on the... Please, please, come on. Say hello to the internet. Say hi, Des. Okay. So I don't have my document camera linked up, so we can't actually look at the poems, but I will read you a couple of them. And again, I don't know... a lot of them are not incredibly strong, so I won't be reading you a lot of them. But let's see. Let's go all the way back to day 26. Also, a lot of them, for this most recent chunk of 25, a lot of them are like sad, and I don't know why. So I'll try to limit the sadness here. Let me find a couple. I also, something that's interesting is that I've stopped titling them. And I don't know why, I just am like, it's been difficult for me to find titles for them, and I sort of just start writing without having a title in mind. So that's just an interesting thing. All right, let's see. I know I had. Okay, so I've written one. It's called The Cocoon. This is one of the few ones that I have actually titled. It was the jelly of undeath, wrapped in burial shrouds of silk, a capsule of rebirth, enshrining wonders and ghosts. Does she know what she will become? So that is The Cocoon. Here. I like this one a lot because it's spring, as you may know, and so there's been a lot of bugs coming out, and I really like writing about bugs. But I wanted to, I don't know, I was thinking a lot about like transformation, and I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of cliche about butterflies and transformation, like, you know, I'm going from a caterpillar into a butterfly and I'm a new person now and all that kind of stuff. But I think, I don't know, I wanted to take the like gross guts of cocoons and talk about that, and talk about like this jelly essentially that is inside of cocoons that then becomes a butterfly, and how that can be beautiful. And so that was sort of what I was trying to do here. Oh, Calico, I have not written a bee poem. I think I wrote one in the first section of this challenge, but I have not written one recently. Let's see. And sorry if I don't see all of the messages. There are quite a few of you here, and I am trying to read poems. Okay. Let's see. Aren't cocoons for moths? I think, no, cocoons are for butterflies too, right? At least that's what I was taught in elementary school when we had, you know, I don't know, did you guys in elementary school have the like science projects where you like brought in caterpillars and like watched as they turned into cocoons, and then when they hatched, like had a day where your whole science class like went out and released all the butterflies? We did that. I don't know if that's a universal thing. Oh, Chris, so the challenge is to write one poem every day for 100 days, and the 20th, May 20th was the 50 day, was like the halfway point. And so we're sort of celebrating that a couple days late. But, oh, pupa and cocoons, those are two different things, are they? Oh my gosh. I don't know enough about bugs. Maybe that's something that I need to do. Oh, and then on May 1st, so this was actually the day after the cocoon poem. This was my May Day or Labor Day poem. And it's silly. This one is not very good, but it is silly. And so I'm going to read it because I think you'll enjoy it. It's called Labor Day. The ants formed a labor union and overthrew the queen. The coup of the century, said Centipede Presses. Worker ants of the world unite. I like it. And yes, the whole idea for the poem came from, well, it being Labor Day and also worker ants of the world unite. And so, I don't know. I think one of the nice things about this challenge is that it sort of frees me from feeling like every poem has to be perfect. Because if you're writing a bunch of poems, like, some are going to be good, some are going to be bad. So it's okay to let them be bad and just go into the silliness. Okay. And then a couple sad ones. Do I want to read this one? Sure. It's my birthday. I don't have to ask permission. All right, here's another one. This one does not have a title, and this one is from May 3rd. I wish to melt into the sidewalk. Translucent oil spill stain. They walk around in $700 shoes. Beneath them, but 10,000 colors. Their eyes cannot even perceive. I reflect back warped, melting faces, pulling the light to my whims, all gloss and void. And that's about the creepy oil stains that you see on the road and on sidewalks. Okay. And then I have a poem about toads. Let's see. Okay, maybe now that I'm reading through them, maybe they weren't quite as bad as I remember. I remember not feeling very confident in them when I wrote them. Rebecca, toads, not toes. Thank you for all of the birthday wishes in the chat. Let's see. Okay, so this one does not have a title, and it's about decaying buildings. I root for the vines that clamber and claw across the corpses of capitalism, the memories of wealth and specters of industry, once standing proud at intersections and turnpikes, now return to the earth and repent. And I don't know, I like a lot of my poems are about like things breaking down and decaying, so. But it can be good. It's good. Decaying is good. All right, here's another silly one. What's good for the goose is usually a pain in the ass for the gander. Have you ever asked the gander what she wants? Okay. Now let's find just a couple more, and then we can get to actually writing one of our own. Okay, so some of you may remember that several days ago, if you follow me on Twitter, you may remember that I tweeted recently about poems and how I make an attempt to write poems about, like, you know, big, serious, like, you know, complex, like, relationships and adult things and just, you know, the things that, like, you feel like poems are supposed to be about. But I always fail at that. I'm not ever very good at writing poems about those kinds of things. I much prefer to write poems about creepy things like bugs and toads and decaying buildings and plants. And this one, which is untitled, is about the ocean. And, well, you'll see. Dip your toes into the ocean and feel the weight of 1,000,000 soaked souls. Soggy corpses, waterlogged and coughing, lungs like wet rags sponging up salt water and tears. Preserved under thousands of pounds of pressure, they outswim death and choke on the dark silence of their seafloor grave. It's about ocean ghosts. And creepy, like ocean zombies. Undead people who died at sea. Because it's cool. The ocean. So, as some of you may know, I recently moved to a coastal town. And so growing up, I lived near a river. And so, water has always sort of been part of my life. But the ocean is massive. I don't know if you knew this, but the ocean is big. And it's sometimes when I'm on the beach and looking out at the ocean, I am struck with, this idea that like everything, all of the sand and all of the shells that are in the ocean represent dead things. Like it's all death. A lot of the ocean is just death. And that's neat to me because I think that the ocean as a metaphor or as a symbol is really, it's very like cyclical, and it's very, all of the, it's like the circle of life. Like all of the dead things serve a purpose and are, part of what makes the ocean beautiful. And shells from dead creatures can then be used as, homes and things for live creatures. And it's just a cycle. And I think that that's really beautiful. And so I think, I don't know, the ocean and dead things together are a theme that I like to come back to a lot in my poetry. Let's see. Maro says, I thought it was symbolic for ocean pollution. It could be. Yeah, I mean that is definitely a reading that I think you could take from this. Ooh, Sir Dragon Duke says, do you think that's why Lovecraft had ocean adjacent horrors in his work? I think for sure. I mean, I think that anybody who has lived near the ocean, or even if you haven't lived near the ocean, because I know that he was a little bit of a shut-in for a lot of his life. I mean, it's big and it's scary and it's like, you don't know what's down there, especially, 100 years ago before we had a lot of the like probes and things that we have now. Like I can imagine being terrified by it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the donation, Seth. Happy birthday from one stranger to another. Keep up the great work and do what makes you happy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's, I think just one or two more poems because we're getting close to the end of this section. Let's do 2 more. What was the one I wrote today? Okay. This one is titled Ode to a Sugarbone Deer. I learned what death was from the woods, stumbling child-blind through chest-high ferns and digging tiny hands into dense-smelling earth. I found deer bones in the dirt. Beautiful, dry things, dull white and mud-smudged, harder than my fingernails as I scratched, performing that ancient thumbnail test to measure whether it was only my morbid hope that told me this was a bone. But no, it was real. where it had cracked away from its host, a lattice of pinprick calcium, brittle like homemade hard candy, strands of sugar so hot once that they could burn off your tongue and numb you to silence. And that's a poem about dead deer bones. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, so many donations coming in. One from Jessie Gender. Jessie, thank you so much. If all of you who are watching here are not already subscribed to Jessie, do it. Her videos are great, especially if you love Star Trek. That's sort of her thing, and it's wonderful and beautiful, and I love it. Thank you for being here, Jessie. And then Daka says, happy birthday. I love your work. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Oh, you all are so wonderful and kind, and I appreciate every single one of you. Okay. One more poem, and then we will get to actually writing some of our own. All right. This one is silly, and I think that it could use a little bit of revision, but I like it a lot, and I think it's an interesting concept, which is part of why I want to revise it and actually polish it up a little bit. But this is Ode to Small Town, Small Business Jingles. All those notes, known only in a 20-mile radius from the Old North Creek bed to the southern covered bridge that leads to nowhere, those words even children sing along with school bus radios. It infects you via airwaves, a virus intent on spreading in hums, an incessant earworm parasites that bites. You bring it with you, transpose, transplant, but no one else will ever know it. That secret language of small towns. And that is that. I was thinking about that a few days ago, which is why I wrote it. That was the poem for that day. Because I've moved a lot. I lived in one town growing up, and then a different town for college, and then a different town when I transferred schools, and then a different town, 2 different towns actually, when I was in grad school, and then moved down here where I'm currently at, that we're hoping that we can actually stay here permanently, because this is a great town. But I've moved a lot of places that are very far away from each other. And that's one thing that is just so charming about a lot of these towns, is the number of small businesses that have little jingles that play on TV, or even like YouTube ads or things. And you know that like you could go to another town halfway across the country and sing that jingle and nobody would know it. It's one of those, it's very like, I don't know, it's just like sociologically interesting that there are these bits of a culture of a town that fully permeate that town. Like everybody in that town knows that jingle. But after a certain radius, nobody knows it. So it's all of these very like dense little pockets of these things that are never going to escape the geographic area that they're in. And it's neat. And also a little bit sad. It makes me kind of sad that like, I don't know, like I know all of these jingles from my hometown and they don't mean anything to anyone else except the people who grew up in that town. And it's kind of sad. Okay, let me catch up on the chat a little bit. Let's see. Skulls are pretty. Skulls are pretty. The bones are just neat. Let's see. Have you ever tried writing in a language other than English? I cannot speak any languages other than English. So, no. I studied Spanish in school, like in middle school and high school, but I was never very good at it. Like I got okay grades, but I'm really bad at like memorization. So like I could do like verb conjugation. Like once I learn how to conjugate verbs, like that's fine. but vocabulary words, if I don't constantly study them and practice them, I lose them very quickly. So I was never very good at studying any foreign languages. Have you ever thought about setting up a Discord? So I do have a Discord. It is for patrons only, though, just as a way to, like, I don't know, keep things a little, I don't know, it feels a little more manageable. But yes, I do, for patrons only. Oh, let's see. Angel says, do you have a mailbox where I can send you a present, like cultural things and candy? Ooh. Like a mail address that isn't doxable. Yeah, I've thought about maybe getting a PO box. I know that's a thing that, like, a lot of YouTubers do. But I wasn't sure, like, if it would be worth it. And I don't know, like, because I'm so, you know, I don't want to, like, assume that people are gonna send me things, but I also, I don't know if it's, like, good to have the option. I don't know. I've considered it. We'll see. I'll maybe do a poll of some kind to see if that's something that I'm gonna do. Ooh, Chris says your poems sound very ethereal, almost like you're observing situations you're not exactly a part of. Thank you. I think that's a good thing. I mean, you say pretty, so I assume it's a good thing. But yeah, I mean, that is kind of my style. I think that I enjoy is that sort of, so something that I've mentioned before is that my favorite like school of poetry is imagism, which is essentially like just taking a snapshot of the world and just describing something, like describing an image, like a snapshot of time, and that's it. And I really like those poems. That it was mostly in like the 20s and 30s. It was like part of the like modernist stuff that was happening. And I really like those poets and those poems. And so that's sort of what I lean toward, is that sort of like detached, because I don't really like writing about like big heavy emotions and stuff, because I think that it's really difficult to write about those without getting too abstract. And something that I talk about with in terms of like poetry advice is like to always keep things concrete, like always give concrete examples, always you know, instead of using wishy-washy emotion words, describe things with concrete terms. Let's see. Okie doke. So maybe whose birthday is it? It is mine. Let's see. Imagism and imagery, asks Mae Madison. What is the difference between those two? So imagism is a school of poetry. It is like a group of poets who are like... So the thing with like genres and schools of things and like literary movements is a lot of them are described after the fact. So it's not like they sat down and said, okay, this is, you know, we're going to be the imagists and this is what we're going to do. But looking retrospectively, it was this group of poets who wrote a lot about very short kind of, they just described, trying to think of a better way to say it than just like snapshot of the world. Well, let's see. So there's a very famous Imagist poem that is in a Station of the Metro by Ezra Pound, who I love Ezra Pound. And it's 2 lines, and it's just the apparition of these faces in the crowd, petals on a wet black bough. And that poem is an Imagist poem because it's just people, you know, walking up the steps from the metro. It's this, you know, black line of steps. It's this, you know, dark tunnel that they're coming out of, and it's just these faces coming up these steps, and they look like petals on a branch. And so that is what he is describing there. So it's that kind of thing. Whereas imagery is the use of, it's like smaller scale. Like imagery is images within a work of art. Whereas imagism is like a larger sort of trend in poetry, if that makes sense. Hopefully that answered your question. Okay. Oh gosh. Let me see if I can get to a lot of these questions, and then we will jump over to writing some poetry. Have you ever thought about doing a video on poetry and protest? I have not, but that is a good idea. It should be more people's birthdays today. Everyone should get a B-day. Yes, I agree. Clicky typing, make brain go happy. Yeah, that's, I love having a mechanical keyboard. I like the clicky clacky. Okie doke. Have you ever considered making another video regarding food topics? Those about food industry and how people trash poor people foods were great to watch. Thank you. So because of the way that I do my videos and because of how much like research I do for them, a lot of the time I end up like getting burnt out on particular topics. And so like right after I did those food videos, I was like, I never want to talk about food again. I'm done with this. But now, I mean, it's been like a year, over a year, like a year and a half. And I think that I could probably go back in and look at food topics again. So I might. I don't have any particular ideas at the moment, but it's, you know, I never like totally write something off. So if I come up with something, then yes. Okay. Oh, Max, thank you so much for the donation. I would want to become an English teacher, but I do not like reading at all. Is this because I am a dumb little boy? No, I think that you should be kind to yourself. I also, so, not spoiler, what's the, I don't know, like content warning. I don't like reading books. I like reading nonfiction, but fiction books, it's not that I don't like doing it, it's that I struggle a lot with it. I find it a lot easier to read nonfiction, and I find it a lot easier to get into like research papers and just like research, you know, educational, those sorts of nonfiction, as opposed to even like memoirs. Like I'm not a huge fan of memoirs either. And it's, again, not that I don't like it, it's just that it's, I don't know, fiction a lot of the time feels very like emotionally taxing. Like I have to, you know, really get invested in this story. And sometimes I don't want to do that because I don't want to have to, you know, have that sort of like emotional openness all the time. But I recently joined a little sort of impromptu book club, and we're reading some Toni Morrison novels. And so I have been doing that, and I love it, and it's wonderful. But I'm sort of using that as a way to like jumpstart reading fiction again, because I don't read a lot of fiction. Okay. How do you feel about being a Gemini? I think all of that zodiac stuff is arbitrary, but all the like astrology things I think are, you know, I don't necessarily believe that that's a thing, but I mean, being a Gemini is neat. I think it's a cool symbol. Zoe Zoshika's poem inspired me, and now I wrote a poem of my own. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Let's see. A lot of people talking about me and books. Good. Okay. Let's see, La Cavadora says, Zoe, will there be cake later for you and your friends? I celebrated mostly yesterday. My husband and I we ordered food, and I got some carrot cake, which I didn't have any last night because I ate too much food and I was full. So I was like, I'm just going to save the carrot cake for tomorrow. But I have carrot cake in the fridge that I will be consuming tonight. Any chance, Gabriel asks, any chance that you'd make a video on David Foster Wallace or Infinite Jest? Happy birthday, by the way. Cheers from Brazil. Thank you for the birthday wishes. So the whole Infinite Jest thing. Everybody always wants me to talk about Infinite Jest. Or they ask me like, hey, when are you gonna do a video on Infinite Jest? Or can we hear your opinions on Infinite Jest? I refuse to talk about it. Not because I hate it or anything. I think it's fine. That's what I will say on the matter, is it's fine. But I feel like it's almost, like at this point, it's just a running gag for me. Because again, it's not something that I really have talked about. But for me, it's a little joke for myself. That anytime anybody asks, I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because everybody wants me to do it, so I'm just refusing to do it. So a lot of the time I just like ignore comments that are about it. Okay. Don't have much time for astrology, eh? Typical Gemini. Let's see. Okay. Did you like literature and stuff as a kid or teen? Asks Yam. I did. I read a lot as a kid. I was really into the Warrior Cats books. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. I was also, as a child, into Harry Potter because that was, I was like the exact sort of age demographic when those books came out. And let's see, what else did I read? Oh, I mean, a lot of like, middle grade and young adult fantasy books. Though I never got into the Percy Jackson books, though I've heard that they're good. I think that they were just they came out a little late for me. I was a little too old, I think, for them. What else? I mean, I read like Lord of the Rings as a kid. I read a lot of, classic literature as a child. A lot of like Dostoevsky I was into Dostoevsky and Tolstoy as a like 13-year-old. Okay. Oh, Russell Facemeyer, thank you. I do not have a lousy birthday card, but I do have 20 lousy dollars. Happy birthday, and have you read Don Quixote? I am obsessed with that dang novel. I have not actually read Don Quixote. I've obviously like heard wonderful things about it. I just have not gotten around to it. But it's one of those things that like, it's one of the classic novels that I actually want to read, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's not one that I feel like guilted into reading like I do a lot of classic literature. Looks like everyone loves the Warrior Cats books. Yes. There was a Radiolab episode about the Warrior Cats books? I'm gonna have to be involved in that. Or listen to that, I suppose. Oh, Pronouns in My Bio, thank you for the donation, and thank you for being here. It is always wonderful to have you. Okay. All right. I need to... Oh, Max! Oh, I said I wanted to be an English teacher, but I actually wanted to be a Spanish teacher since I live in Mexico. That's okay. It's all... I mean, in this world where English speaking countries often, are the ones that get all the attention, it can be difficult to not equate the two. Oh, Megaron, thank you also for being here. I almost said happy birthday back because I'm one of those people. But thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and thank you for being here. Okay. I have to stop reading chat or I will get sucked in and we will never get anything done. So I am going to take us over to there we go, the random word generator. So if you were here last time, then you will remember that what we did last time we wrote a poem about 3 weeks ago. It wasn't just, okay, we're going to write a poem. We have no rules. It's just, a free-for-all. No, we needed rules. And so the rules that we set were, we had 3 words that had to be included in the poem. We needed at least 1 metaphor comparing 2 words, or 2 concepts. And then we decided what the poem had to be about. But the way we did that was using a random word generator. So, and again, I don't have a poll thing set up because I forgot to do that. So we are just gonna sort of wing it, and I'll just read chat and see which one seems to be the most chosen. So let's do the metaphor first. So we are going to be, let's up this to 6. All right, we need a metaphor that compares. Choose one of these words, and then I'll generate another one for what it has to be compared to. So, antelopes, gibberish, young willow, frontier, and direction. One of these words will be part of this metaphor that we are going to be constructing as part of this poem that we are writing. Happy birthday! Incidentally, you look like a friend of mine named Jamie. Her birthday is September 27th, and she'd be 42 this year. I am close to that. I'm turning 25 this year. So let's see what folks say. Antelopes, gibberish, gibberish, antelopes. Gibberish, antelopes, antelopes. Few for willow. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for antelopes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for gibberish. 4 for willow. 5 for willow. Antelopes. Willow. Willow, antelopes, frontier, gibberish. Okay, I think we're gonna go gibberish. Oh, that's awful. It's not awful. It's gonna be difficult. Okay, so gibberish is one of our words. Good, good, good. All right, we are going to be comparing gibberish to either. You know what? Let me actually take this down to 4. That way we have fewer options to choose from because. All right, wasp, seducer, hump, anyways. Is anyways really? I mean, I guess I didn't say it had to be a noun. But I guess I was just sort of hoping that they would be nouns. Seducer, wasp, wasp, anyways, seducer, hump, anyways, hump, wasp, anyways, wasp, anyways, wasp. Looks like wasp. Okie doke. Wasp and gibberish. Good, good, good. Okay. How are we gonna... All right. I'm actually, since I think this is going to be hard and I want to make it easier for myself, I'm only going to say that we have to include 2 words instead of 3. Oh, okay. All right. One of these words we have to include in this poem somehow, either invention, glass, find, or 10. Luckily, these 4 seem pretty simple to include, so that's good. So whichever one you choose, hopefully, will be good. Glass invention. Glass invention. See, Adelaus says, are wasps your nemesis? I actually, like, not even a joke, I am sort of afraid of wasps. They are very scary. There are not very many insects that I actually don't like, but wasps are one of them. Okay, glass. Glass, glass, invention, glass, invention, invention. Ooh. Glass, invention, glass. It's close between glass and invention, but I think glass has it. All right, let's get another one. Okay, dog, greedy, acrobatic, and adaptive. Ooh. Very interesting words here that we have to choose from. Entomologists themselves say wasps are jerks. Oh, good. I'm justified. Wasps eat mosquitoes. That is good to know. That is their one redeeming quality. Okay. Adaptive, dog, find adaptive. Adaptive, adaptive, adaptive. Adaptive. Acrobatic is getting a lot too. I don't know. Let me count. I think acrobatic has it. Honestly. Yeah. Well. You know what? I will put both because then I'm not like chickening out and just using the one. All right, now we need to choose one more word, and this is the main thing that the poem will be about. This is like the overarching sort of theme or, direction for the poem. I'm actually going to up it. Let's say 5 words. Okay, these are such bad words. Okay. I don't like the word degenerate. Extreme feels vague. Discharge is just gross. Featherweight is an uncommon word. I'm choosing another one. Okay, this is better. It's my birthday. I can make the rules. All right, so this poem will be about a battleground. It will be about wearable things. It will be about biters. Sure. About reptiles or about baboons. It is up to you. Which of those things? Okay. Baboon. Man, all of you are so interested in baboons. That's so interesting. Oh, Kevin says it's his sad birthday too. Wish your father happy birthday for me. Battleground, wearable, battleground, baboons, battleground. Not reptile or baboon. I just like baboons. I don't know with all of these other choices that we have, or with all of these other words that we have to include. I don't know if baboons, if it works. Okay, we're going battleground. Okay, so now let's figure out. I'm actually going to move this over here so I can So it is more in front of me. All right. So how do we make this poem? We need to compare wasps and gibberish. So wasps and gibberish, how can we compare the two of those? Ooh, wasps, this isn't, I guess, necessarily a metaphor, but again, it's my birthday. I make the rules. So the sound that wasps make is like gibberish. I mean, gibberish is just like, you know, speaking without it like meaning anything, right? It's just like nonsense words. Ooh, flight patterns that make no sense, says Ash. That is good. And Calico says, yeah, both noisy. And with the flight patterns, we could even, because I don't know enough about wasps to know that if this is the case, but I know a lot of other insects communicate via like flight. Like they you know, fly in certain patterns to communicate with each other. And so, you know, maybe if they're flying erratically, or if they're flying in this like battle ground that is happening here, they are trying to, it's like them sort of like encoding their, or encrypting. I keep forgetting the N in flight patterns. Our communication, they are encrypting their messages by flying in gibberish language. That makes sense, right? Let's see. Okay, so we have this metaphor, that's good. All right, we have this sort of battleground idea. So who are the wasps battling? And are the wasps themselves adaptive and acrobatic? Or is the thing that they're fighting adaptive and acrobatic? And then glass, we can figure out what to do with glass at some point. Not related to gibberish, but Mega Beedrill's ability is adaptability. I did not know that. See, like, I like Pokemon, but I never remember, like, whose abilities are what. Because, again, memorization is not my strong suit. But that is good to know. This whole thing could be about Pokemon. Do we want this whole poem to be about Pokemon? Also, Wanda suggests that the wings are glass-like, and I like that a lot, so I'm writing that down. Ooh, war between two nations of wasps. Yeah, I guess the wasps could be fighting each other. Pokemon is a battleground. Yeah, I mean, it is clearly Pokemon. Acrobatics is a Pokemon move, isn't it? I think that this poem is going to be about Pokemon. Oh no. Oh, Manly Mandy, thank you for being here. It's okay. Go live your busy day. Thank you for popping in though. Yeah, okay. Screw it. We're this This is about Pokemon. Okie doke. So, all right, let's have a rundown of like what is happening in this battle. Okay. Who are the players here? we have Beedrill, obviously. And what, Vespiquen? Let's bee Pokemon. Oh, Combee. I always forget about Combee. Okay. Combee, Beedrill. That's it. Is that it? Is that all we got? Oh yeah, do we have any like wasp? I guess bee Pokemon are just, yeah, Beedrill, Vespiquen, Sharpent. What is Sharpent and why do I not know? Oh, because it's a like fan thing. Okay. I was gonna say I have no memory of this. I like the idea that it's just Beedrill against Beedrill. Oh, does Vespa mute? Ribombee. Ribombee is a thing too. Ugh. Also, I'm sorry if I am mispronouncing any of these. Okay. Let's Ribombee. Is it actually like bee related though? Because I thought it was just like a fly. Because it like evolves from Cutiefly, and it does say bee fly Pokemon. Though I guess bee flies are a different thing. Okay. Vespiquen. What am I doing? What am I doing? Forget how to use the internet when you're on stream. That's how this works. Okay, let's go down to the name. Right, trivia. Based on queen bees and beehives. Yeah, Vespa is the Latin word for wasp. Okay, so we have a Beedrill versus a Vespiquen and her army of Combees. Right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Italians call their scooters Vespa. That is true. I mean, Vespas are like a specific brand. Make, I guess, is the. So who drew the bee for your channel? Oh, for the art on this, it was a unlicensed, free clip art basically. But I thought it was cute. Okay, so rebellion against the queen bee, Beedrill versus an army. Everything changed when the Combee Nation attacked. That is true. Okay. So we have. Go away. We have. Okay. So the wasps make this gibberish. They fly in these gibberish patterns. And that is their way of like encrypting, like it's this, code as you do in military things, you encrypt your communication with people so that the enemy doesn't know what you're saying. So they're doing that while they are battling Vespiquen and her army of Combees. And okay, who do we want to win? Beedrill is a glass cannon with glass wings. We can maybe. Right? 2 ends? Yeah. Both sides lose. Ooh. Caterpie wins, yeah. Metapod, actually. just in the center. Yeah, I like the idea that maybe Beedrill kills Vespiquen, but the Beedrill like dies in the process. Like the and I like to think that it's just one Beedrill. Maybe it's Mega Beedrill, and Mega Beedrill kills Vespiquen, but she kills him just as, you know, it's mutually assured destruction. And the combies then are left, but they don't have a queen, and so they're like, ah, what do we do? So really everybody loses, but at least the combies are still alive. Okay. So we have Beedrill attacking Vespiquen. Oh, happy birthday, Zoe B, fellow Gemini. Geminis unite. Geminis are wonderful. Though I am a bit biased in that. Oh, right. Wasps can sting people more than once, but bees can't. Ah. Okay. Twin Needle. This is hard. Writing a poem about Pokemon is hard. Okay. Because it has to, like, make sense in the world of Pokemon, but also be poetic, which... Why have I done this? Okay. Yes, Kevin. Most Mega Evolution Pokedex entries indicate levels of pain or dysfunction in them, so it could make sense that the Beedrill goes wrong. So, Mega evolves to kill her, but ends up dying too. The combis are left leaderless, but alive. Pokemon Trench Warfare, all quiet on the combi front. Oh. What are we doing? Taking this children's game and making it... Okay. Alright. Addie says you can still do something else. Yeah, but it's a good challenge, right? It's okay if it's bad. Ooh, what if this was like the sequel to the poem that I read to you all earlier that was about worker ants of the world unite, and what if the combis then form a, you know, a democracy and live better. So it's like maybe they baited the Beedrill into attacking them so that they could get their queen out of the way, so that they could actually live, you know, not under like a feudal system. Can Vespiquen learn Destiny Bond? Lieutenant Surge did fight in a war, that's true. Okay. Alright, I think that we need to just start putting some words on a page, and then we can move them around as we... Okay. So. Oh gosh, I have to include glass, acrobatic, and adaptive. Oh, okay. Beedrill... Beedrill does what? What does Beedrill do? This is hard, guys. Beedrill... Oh no. Come back. Okay. Can Beedrill learn acrobatics? Yeah, Beedrill can learn acrobatics. Why are the bees and wasps at war? That's a good question. It's a not a proxy war. The combies want to overthrow their queen, the Vespiquen, but they can't do it themselves because they're not strong enough. So they instigate a war with the Beedrill to get the Beedrill to kill their queen for them. Okay, Beedrill enters the fight. Glass wings. Yeah, with glass-like wings, that's better. Yeah, this is the Pokemon universe lore that you all come here for. Combies plot to break the glass ceiling. True. Yeah. Beedrill enters the fight with glass-like wings. And let's see. Okay, what do I foreign supported coup. Yeah. I'm trying to think how I want to frame this if I want to, like, do I want to start, like, in the action? Because I think maybe at some point later, I think, like, later on I want to say, you know, whatever it is that I'm describing, begun from a coup. Subjugated subjects. Oh gosh. Subjugated subjects. The thing is, Combi and Beedrill are, neither of those are incredibly satisfying sounding words. They are not words that I would ever put in a poem because they don't sound nice. And I like it when they sound nice. Subjugated subjects. What if I'm just gonna go full alliteration here. Savior seeking subjugated subjects. Subjugated subjects is a little redundant. But yeah, I guess I could rename them, but, like, is Beedrill a wasp? Because Vespiquen is a wasp, Beedrill is a bee, and Combi is also a bee. I could give them names. What do you pronounce Combi? Like Combi? Yeah, it does sound better. Like that. So, okay. Beedrill. What can we call Beedrill? What is Beedrill? Beedrill is the poison bee. Or spear, if we're going with the actual Japanese translation. Okay. The drill. I'm just calling it the drill because I'm Benadryl. That's good. Aren't wasps just bees with drills? That's, yeah. The drill enters the flight with glass-like wings. Ooh, with stained glass wings. Ooh, Rasmus, that's good. 3 points poised to puncture. That's a really good line. I like that a lot. The drill enters the fight with stained glass wings. 3 points poised to puncture the wasp. The wasp queens. What do you call her, like the dress? The dress bit that she has. the like body, you know, she has this teeny tiny wasp waist. And she has this, you know, beehive Pokemon. We could just say hive. The queen's hive. Even though wasps don't have hives, they have, what, nests? Ooh, gown. I like gown. But I feel like then that makes it like, I feel like there's some like sexual innuendo there, and I don't want to go that direction with this. I feel like if you know, if that's what you want from your Pokemon fanfiction, then, you know, there are places for that on the internet. Thorax. Is that the thorax? Showing you how little I know about wasp anatomy. Thorax is a Pokemon? No, okay. It's a fan Pokemon. The thorax is the middle segment. So it's the skinny part would be the thorax. Okay. Cage crinolines. Aaron, that is good. Wonderful use of the word crinolines. I like that a lot. Anthrax. Okay. Anthrax is my favorite part of bugs. Okay, alright. So the drill enters the fight with stained glass wings, 3 points poised to puncture the wasp queen's cage crinolines. Ooh, I'm gonna say crinoline cage, even though crinoline isn't an adjective, is it? Right, because it's the, like, it's the thing. I'm gonna say crinoline cage anyway. That's fine. We can do what we want. Words are my weapon here. Okay. Okay. So then we'll describe the battle at some point. I don't want to do that right now. Let's I think now I want to so it's going to be like describing the battle, and then they'll like flashback to like, why is the wasp, or why is the drill even here? The drill is here to free the bees from the wasp queen's rule. Because they actually called the drill here. So I think I want to go to this flashback and use that, have this space be where we talk about the gibberish. Okay. Okay. Begun from a coup, savior-seeking subjugated subjects. subjugated subjects too redundant? Why do they want to kill the queen? Because she's subjugating them. Yeah, what if the combi's flight patterns are gibberish to the drill? Bees kill wasps by overheating them? What? Is that true? I mean, I don't know why you would lie about it, but... Stifled subjects. Okay, savior-seeking stifled subjects. Savior-seeking subjects. I'm looking for a word that doesn't start with an S. Her subjects seeking a savior from an outsider. Ooh, subjugated drones. An outsider. An outsider with power. It's called a hot defensive bee ball. They vibrate around the wasp until it dies. Okay. Sure. Yeah, an outsider with power. Ooh. Okay, what else? I need acrobatic and adaptive. Acrobatic and adaptive. And strong. Acrobatic and adaptive and acrobatic. Acrobatic and adaptive. Yeah, I like that order better. And strong. Speaking gibberish with his wings to free mega aggression. Ooh. Stifled, stuttering sizzle. That's good. Okay, begun from a queue, subjugated drones seeking a savior, an outsider with power, acrobatic and adaptive and strong, speaking gibberish with his wings to free the people. They're not people. To free the bees from their to free the bees from their evil queen. Okay, now we need to fill in the middle bit. We need to have some fighting. We need some action. We need some energy. Oh, right. I didn't have it low enough. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why it's buffering. I'm plugged into the network and we have gigabit, so it should be fine. And I don't know why it's not. But I can ask the husband for help. He is good at things. All right. We will work on this poem and hopefully get help from the tech man of the house. Okay. Let us see. Okay, now it's green. It says it's green in the OBS. So hopefully Beeple is good. I'm not gonna put it in here, but it is good. Alright. The drill enters the fight with stained glass wings, 3 points poised to puncture the Wasp Queen's crinoline cage. The fight... I don't really want to describe the fight. Can I just say, like, there was a fight? Do I have to describe the fight? A war waged from a coup? With a coup? Oh. Okay, I just got a thing. I just got an alert from YouTube that says I can change my streaming bitrate. Okay, hopefully that will fix things. Yes? Right? Okay. Let me get this, and hopefully we can. Okay, let me know if this worked and helped at all. I changed the bitrate and hopefully that... Okay. Alright. Alright. War waged from a coup, subjugated drone seeking a savior, an outsider with power, acrobatic and adaptive and strong, speaking gibberish with his wings. And I feel like I should say something about his, like, stabbing power that and twin missiles, that's a thing. Pin missile? Twin missile. Oh gosh, I don't even know. What is it? Beedrill moves. Let's find out. Kakuna? Why? I was not asking about Kakuna. I was asking about what moves they can learn. Pin missile. Pin missile. Okay, pin missile. Let's and pin missile and pin missile. Ah, what if instead of pin missile it was pin prick artillery? Fired with devastating accuracy. No, and pinprick artillery, a critical hit. There we go. Okay. This, I feel like, is a little too silly, perhaps. Is it too silly? All right. Let me read this. Well, let's make sure. Okay, it's about a battleground. That's true. We have used... I mean, we didn't really compare gibberish to a wasp, but that's fine. We have glass, acrobatic, and adaptive. Okay. The drill enters the fight with stained glass wings, 3 points poised to puncture the wasp queen's crinoline cage. A war waged from a coup, subjugated drones seeking a savior, an outsider with power, acrobatic and adaptive and strong. Speaking gibberish with his wings and pinprick artillery, a critical hit to free the bees from their evil queen. A critical hit, let's make that a little bit separated. Perfect. I love it. All right, we need a title now. What do we call this? What are some like Pokemon battle terms? Some like a 1v1. I don't know enough about like competitive. The first line is a bit scuffed meter wise. He enters the fight. It's super effective. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna... We're gonna say that this is an optional final line. You can either ignore it or you can include it. To be or not to be, that's good. Fell Stinger is cool. Vex the Queen. Gotta free them all. That's good. Destiny Bond would be... I like Destiny Bond. Fellstinger is... Oh, they're both good. Yeah, Fellstinger. Whoops. Okay. All right. Yeah. Drill alights with stained glass wings. That's... I like that, actually. Alights is a good word. Did I just walk into a bee fight scene? AAA asks. This is actually a poem about Pokemon. These are the words we had to include. We had to have some sort of gibberish metaphor and about a battleground. So we decided to write a poem about Pokemon. So yes, I suppose you did. Oh no, Vince won. So there is actually like auto moderation for a lot of comments, but I can like go in and like manually like reallow them, so I can check on that and try to get it back in for you. I'm gonna steal that bee imagery for my Tolkien pest setting. That's good. We did do a socialist revolution with bug types. That's what we did. We got this, you know, powerful outsider to come in and free these people from their chains. All right. Beautiful. So let me actually transition back here. Thank you for you know, just allowing me to have this silliness. I do have some games now. I don't know if we have time to play both, so I will let you all have a choice. Is there a way to do like an easy like online poll thing that I could like post a link to in the chat? Is that a thing that I can do? That should be a thing I can do, right? Ah, straw poll. Yeah. Oh, I knew about that. I used that in school when I was a teacher. Okay. Let me get this set up. Okay, or what is it called? Okay. Let's share this with all of you. Oh goodness. Let's hopefully you all can see that. I know that there are sometimes rules for posting links in chat, but I'm the person who owns the chat, so I should be able to do it. All right, so I think we're going to take a quick break, but I have posted this in chat. We have two options. There is a beekeeping sim game that just recently came out called Apico. I played the demo for it. It's real nice. It's a nice, chill, cozy game. And then we have another game that I got recently that's called Trolley Problem Inc. And it basically, imagine like the Stanley Parable, if you're familiar with that game, but about like moral dilemmas. But the nice thing about it is there's a like streamer mode where usually they're asking you these moral dilemma questions on a timer. But you can turn that timer off so that, you know, you and chat can have a discussion about it. So those are your two options. Let me know, but I am gonna take a quick break. Should be back in about 5 minutes. Be good. All right, I am back. And it looks like most of you, 61%, give or take, would like to play, or would like me to play, I suppose, the trolley game. So let us do that. Okay. Oh, look at you all talking in the chat. That always so one of my biggest struggles as a teacher, especially once or really only, I guess, once I was doing online teaching, is like getting people to actually like talk either to me or to each other. Like it's a pain. So it's so nice to see that like now it is doing it. Okay. Chris Wood says trolley game sounds fun, but I gotta ask, did you give up on the poem? No, it's finished. Right? It's finished, yeah. I can share it with all of you. Perhaps maybe like a read-only link. Yeah. Here's a read-only link. Oh gosh, now you're all here. Okay. All right. I am going to close out this Chrome tab. And I actually had Epico open because I was planning on playing that one and then doing the other game if we had time. But I think because, well, I don't know. We can always switch them too. Like we can do the other game and then this one if we have time. Let me get... So there might be some technical difficulties, but we will, we'll work through it. Is this going to be too loud is the question. All right. Now let's see. If I can get this. Like that. One of the struggles is that I have an ultra wide monitor, which is fine until you need things to be in like a normal aspect ratio, and then it doesn't do it. Okay, new game. I assume you heard that. I'm gonna turn some of these effects, change them so that it's a little bit more friendly to... Okay. Well, do I... I'm sorry for the the difficulties in this. Okay. Let me actually... Let's do that. And then do this. Okay. Okay. Kevin, it is 5 a.m. where you are. Go to sleep. Something moving behind the chair. Oh, yes. It's so good. Look at that leg. Oh. He's so good. He is so wonderful. Okay. Let's try this again. And see where we get with it. And see if it works. Right? Right, new game. And then we want to get rid of that and get rid of that. Windowed mode, would that make it better? Probably. Window. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure that you can see everything that's happening and that it is functional. Continue. Okay. All right. Solo. Let me actually, I can bring you in here now. All right, here we are. So we have options. We have solo and then co-op and custom. I think custom is probably what we want to go with. I am a streamer. That is what I'm doing. Play speed. Fast forward button. Okay, so I don't have the Twitch stuff. You know what? Let me actually bring us back out here so that I can change the size of this so that you all can see it a little bit better. Also, I apologize if you can hear my stomach growling. I haven't had dinner yet. Or lunch, rather. Okay. There we go. That, I think, will make it a little bit better. I can always bring it back out and move stuff around again. Okay. Play speed. So usually it gives you 30 seconds to make a decision. I'm going to put it at half that. Yeah. Quarter of that. But there is a fast forward button, so we can always fast forward it. I think, I don't know, I haven't ever used these settings before, so it'll be an adventure. Let's find out. Also, is the game sound...
Does not contain explicit language, sexual content, horror, or show violence. Choices matter, so please take your time.
Can you hear her, the narrator's voice in the, you know, the ear things that you have? Yeah, okay. All right, perfect. All right, I think this is all set up and now I don't have to mess with anything anymore. All right, let me sign my name and then we can actually start this. Zoe B. Beautiful signature. Continue. All right.
Actions speak louder than words. Welcome to Trolley Problem Inc., founded to help people travel safely across the nation. All our employees must show 3 core values: responsibility, integrity, and respect. With that in mind, let's start your training.
All right. Responsibility, integrity, and respect. Wonderful.
There's a runaway trolley barreling down the railway tracks. On
Okay.
the tracks are
Classic
5
trolley
people
problem.
unable to move. You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will switch to a different set of tracks. However, you notice there is a person on the other track. What do you do?
All right, folks. I am going to... I mean, I can't let you all actually decide, but... So I often say that I will do nothing because I don't want to have to be involved. If I don't do anything, then I'm not, like, implicated. Because it's not my responsibility. I didn't do anything. There was no actual active action. Yeah, looks like Rasmus agrees with me here. Most of you saying pull the lever. Pull the lever! That's what they want you to do. The guy on the other track isn't stuck. Ooh. That's true. Inaction is still inaction. That's what my husband tells me too. I was telling him about this. I played a couple of single player, I played a few of the levels in a single player mode, and that's why I was like, I need to play this on stream. And I was telling him about it, and he was like, you know, Zoe, not doing something is still doing something. All right, pull the lever. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you're going to kill someone. This isn't how I thought I was going to start my day. I hope that person's family and friends will forgive you.
Yeah, like he's not stuck, like you were saying. You know. Oh, now one of the things you can't see...
Usually we don't expect candidates to kill someone on their first day, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt on this one. Just think a little more before acting next time.
So one of the things that you can't see because of where my camera is that at the end of every, or I guess like during every choice, they have like a citation to the like philosophy paper that actually discusses the specifics of the moral question that they're asking you, and I think that's really neat. All right, we agreed with 73% of players. That's good, right?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This test will focus on the first principle, responsibility. Here's Polly. She's 5 years old. While she loves to play in the sand with her dolls, she dreams of looking after the world. Polly's destiny is to grow up to be a great doctor. More of us should take a leaf out of her book.
Her destiny? Okay.
A trolley is heading towards another 5 people. You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will derail and descend down a hill heading for the park's sandpit. You notice that Polly is in the sandpit, sculpting her dream hospital. What do you do?
So... Oh, Graham asks, what game is this? This is called Trolley Problem Inc. And I think that it's new-ish. I remember it being sort of like featured on Steam. Yeah, so like J-Corn says, you know, this isn't, like, how can we know that this girl, like, yes, it's a child. I don't want to kill a child. And also, you know, like I said before, like, for me, not doing anything is the best thing because I don't want to be involved, because then I don't have to feel guilt about it. But also the whole, like, her destiny, what does that even mean? How can we know that that's what she's gonna grow up to be? But also she's a child, and we should probably not, you know, have our hand involved in murdering children. Yeah, and the lever straight up derails the train this time, says Graham. That's... like... Are there people on the train? These are the questions. This is the thing.
Are you not saving them just because they aren't as cute as Polly?
This is the thing with these sorts of you know, thought experiments is like, yeah, I think I'm gonna pull the lever because I think I'm gonna pull the lever because we don't know what she's gonna grow up to be,
or maybe all of them.
but we also don't know what they're gonna be. Oh. Oh. Death kill Polly. Okay. Oh, and also there's this little star here that you can click, and that I haven't done it yet, but I assume that saves the paper so you can read it. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're pulling the lever. That's... This is so stressful! Wonderful.
That is an odd take on being responsible. The dictionary definition, to be the primary cause of something and so able to be blamed or credited for it. Are you to blame for the death of a young girl?
Yeah, probably. Oh gosh, okay. Alright.
The end justifies the means. The key to this test is integrity. This is Tyrone. He is a 30-year-old secretary at a law firm who enjoys binge-watching crime shows. Tyrone is a very large man. You don't really know anything else about him, apart from the fact that he has a severe phobia of trains.
Okay.
Now we are upping the ante. You are on a bridge with Tyrone, watching a trolley speeding towards 5 people again. You can only stop it by deliberately pushing Tyrone off the bridge, blocking its path. Do you push Tyrone off the bridge? Or let the train hit 5 people?
So again, I never want to make a decision in these ones, because action or inaction to me is better than action. But I think that this, not only is there like a more direct sort of implication here, but he has a severe phobia of trains. Like, this man is going to die in incredible agony and fear because of me, and that's awful. And I don't want to be a part of that, so I am not going to push him. You've already killed 2 people, let it ride. Yeah. Yeah, oh, as Jaycorn says in the chat, we don't even know if Tyrone would stop the trolley. That's true. We wouldn't even know if that would do it. And then everybody would be dead. Yeah, this is... I'm speeding it up because this...
821 million people are starving in the world.
This also... I feel like there's a lot of... This has a lot of implications as far as, like, fat phobia, and I'm just not even gonna, like, engage with that part of it because that's...
Tyrone will thank you. He's planning to binge watch a lot this week.
The, like, moral stuff associated with a person's weight and what they do with their free time is, like, we're just not even gonna even include that in part of our consideration. At least I'm not, because I don't think that it bears any weight here, no pun intended. Yeah, we're... Yeah, Calico says, I think the narrator gets you no matter what you choose. Yeah.
News, but I've just seen an ambulance arrive. I believe Tyrone has just had a heart attack due to the stress of it all.
Oh, poor Tyrone. At least we didn't kill him.
A cat has 9 lives. Now for the final core value, respect. It seems we've run out of resources to continue your testing. I'm going to need you to go and grab some mannequins. You will need to take the next trolley, so don't get distracted by that dog. The trolley leaves in 1 minute.
This one, just a quick content warning, there is going to be animal death associated with this next question, so if that is something that bothers you or upsets you, I guess I probably should have done a content warning for this entire game, but if that is something that especially upsets you, then come back in about 5 minutes. Just want to put that out there. Okay.
There is a dying dog down on the tracks. No trolleys will use that line today, so the dog will not be hit. You're in a rush. Do you kill the dog, putting it out of its misery, or leave it to die, cold and alone?
This one bothers me because, like, this one actually makes me angry because I feel like there's a clear middle ground here, which is, like, stay with the dog until it dies, but without, like, actively killing it. So this is one of the last ones that I did when I was playing this myself a couple days ago, and I chose to kill the dog because I felt like that was, like, it having a person there and just, like, not being alone. I thought that that was the most important thing. And speaking of dogs, that is my dog downstairs. I think she's done. But I felt like having a person be there was most important. And it insinuates that the dog is dying and will die no matter what. So there's no saving it. So
let nature take its course. Don't listen to the yelps.
What do you all think? She's not watching the stream. I think that it's probably the, like, UPS person delivering packages, because birthday stuff, I suppose. She does not like the mail people. Mercy kill, leave it, kill it. Yeah, just sit with the poor dog. That's what I want to do.
I couldn't leave it there to die alone.
Exactly. If you kill it, you have to bury it. I don't know that that's the rules. Yeah, well, it looks like you're all really, like, 50-50. Leave it. Leave it. Mercy kill or sit with it. Kill it.
When you respect something, you're meant to care about its feelings and wishes. Instead, you just killed it.
I don't think that it's feelings and wish. I think it being alone would be against its feelings and wishes. Okay, let's move on.
If you play with fire, you'll get burned. Oh, great. I've just heard those kids are back. They keep sneaking down onto the tracks. With all the training from this week, you should be able to decide a straightforward outcome for these reprobates. Just remember, respect, responsibility, and integrity. 5 trespassers have snuck down onto the trolley line even though signs warn them of the dangers. The trolley is currently heading for a co-worker. Do you let your co-worker die or sacrifice the delinquents?
So, my position on this one, like, the co-worker is not tied to the tracks. And I think that if you work at a trolley system or, like, a train place, then you should have enough spatial awareness to, you know, if there is even a chance of the train coming onto the line that you're on, you should not be on it. And I think that those kids, like, yeah, they're not, like, they are breaking rules and things, but does that mean they should die for it? No. Turning the desktop sound just a little bit so it's not too overwhelming. Think of the point multiplier for all those kids, though. That's true. Be a nice combo. Yeah, kids are gonna be kids. Well, now see, the whole, like, living longer thing, that is slippery for me. Yeah, the worker is supposed to know better. That's my thing. Is, like, I feel like it's different when people are, like, tied to the tracks and they don't have a choice. But with this, like...
weren't there. You would change the path, right?
Yes, obviously. And, like, yeah, those kids, I guess, are choosing to be there too, but the coworker has expertise in this situation. You know? Like, they should know better. Less competition in the workplace. That's true. Okay.
I guess you value criminals over co-workers then. Noted.
Part of me, like, loves this narrator and part of me hates her. Because I get what she's doing, you know.
You killed a co-worker. All right then, I guess your results for the first week are in. I'll run these up the flagpole and see what the suits upstairs think.
Oh.
Dear Sir or Madam, we have been following your exemplar practice this week at Trolley Problem Inc. and would like to thank you for your hard work, especially when some challenging decisions had to be made. We would like to invite you to take employment at the Trolley Health Corporation, THC. This is a prestigious position and was created to help keep the public safe through all walks of life.
All right. THC, here we go.
The best laid plans go astray. It looks like you've impressed someone upstairs with last week's answers. You've been transferred to the Trolley Health Corporation, THC. THC is stoic, focusing more on justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom. We'll start with justice.
Okay.
Today, you'll be in A&E. A young male has come in from a car accident and urgently needs a heart transplant. There's only one in the hospital, and this heart is scheduled to be given to an elderly man waiting upstairs. He will surely die without it. Who should get the heart?
Now, this one is tricky because I know, like, there's a whole field of, like, medical ethics, and I'm not, like, knowledgeable enough to know what the right decision is according to, you know, like, ethics boards and things. So... respect the waiting list? Because I know, like, triage is a thing. Whoever gives more money. I mean, that's probably the hospital. Heart transplant from a car accident? Yeah, that's interesting. The young one is more urgent. It is an emergency. That's true. Older man, a machine can help the young. Eh. Younger guy, not because he's younger, but because he has less agency. The old man was able to survive waiting. Oh, so a lot of you are, it's coming down to, like, time.
Back off this old boy.
That's true. I don't know if that's how it works. Could the younger man wait a couple of hours? Oh.
This guy is really old. It'll be an awful waste of a heart if he doesn't even survive the operation.
Yeah, but I don't, like, I feel like just because he's old. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, it's urgent for the young man. Yeah, I think the elderly man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm... He was on the list. He was on the list. Who am I to argue with the transplant list? Bob Nichol says split the heart in half and give a bit to each of them. Now there's an answer.
You made an excellent choice. Well done. The young guy has so much to look forward to. Oh, wait. Did you say the old man?
Wow. This is the closest one yet. 50-50 split. Jeez Louise. How has this birthday stream become the Torture Zoe stream? You know? Because it's what we want. It's what I want.
You can't win them all.
Okay.
You're late. The hospital is rammed. Every staff member has their hands full, so you're going to have to go out on the ward and help the sick, gross, decaying people. Remember, temperance. Restrain yourself and think it through.
Restrain yourself and think it through.
The patient has begged to be euthanized. Euthanasia is currently illegal. You will have to be the one who gives the lethal dose. You will need to look into their eyes and end their life. What do you do?
The patient wants it. The patient is begging for it. I don't really care about the legality of it. Do I care about the legality of it? If I were a doctor, I would probably care about the legality of it. But I also, like, the patient's begging for it, you know? But is that within the Hippocratic Oath? Is that, you know, just because it's what they want, does that actually mean that that's what's good for them? You know? Oh, gosh. If you get fired, you won't be allowed to, you won't be able to save more lives. That's true. Yeah, I don't want to be charged with homicide. And what if the patient isn't of sound mind? That's true. Ugh. People
The family
beg.
will be thankful. They can still feel good about sending flowers.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I think I'm gonna do the legal treatment. Because it's not what the patient wants. But there's no going back from this. Like, this is one of those, like... Yeah.
The patient's going to be in a lot of pain. Just so you can feel in control.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go legal treatment. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Yeah, let's just get it out of the way. Oh.
Keeping them alive and in pain is what the majority of gods would have wanted. Playing the long game, I see you.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Okay.
Be slow in choosing, but slower in changing. The last few days have been tough. It was only a week ago you were on the trolleys. Today should be easier. You have a choice to make which some people would see as a good problem to have. It's just going to take courage.
Courage.
You have 5 patients. Each needs a different organ, but no organs are available. A healthy young traveller comes in for a routine checkup. Their organs are compatible with all 5 dying patients. Do you kill the tourist and use their organs to save the 5 in desperate need? That's 1 life for 5.
Okay, so The thing is, well, a couple of things. Number one, we don't know that these people would die without them. It does say desperate need, but like, what does that mean? And also, like, that would just be straight up murder and like organ trafficking, right? Like, that's, I feel like there's no way that harvesting the organs is the right thing to do. Because this person is entirely innocent, right? Like, yeah, you can't just kill the tourist. Yeah, like, yeah, there is no way that harvesting the organs is the right thing to do. They could be a war criminal, but we don't know.
And get a culturally appropriated tribal tattoo.
That's true. They could be, you know, a piece of garbage, you know. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
He's getting away. Don't you want to save the many? Is his life worth it?
Yeah, no, we're leaving them. We can't just murder a person.
You let 5 people die today. You probably should have looked into their backgrounds. Looks like one was researching into improving vaccines. Hopefully that won't be an issue down the road.
First of all, it didn't say that they were definitely gonna die, so...
You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. You have been promoted yet again. You now run the hospital. You've been asked to roll out a new vaccine in Central City. This vaccine will stop a large number of children from becoming severely ill, but you'll need to deal with their parents. We need your words of wisdom.
Okay.
Do you start a mandatory vaccination program among children to stop this endemic? Slight problem. Clinical trial data suggests the vaccine will make 1 in 5 children severely ill, much worse than the virus itself.
Shit. So I'm all for, you know, full vaccination. Like, that's obviously. But 1 in 5 is a lot. 1 in 5 is not safe. And also, like, and we don't know how bad the virus is. We don't know if, like, 1 in 5 children will get the virus. Yeah, 1 in 5 is huge. That 20% with severe illness, that's... I don't think that's justifiable. And also, like, mandatory vaccination program doesn't mean nobody will get the vaccination. It just means that it's not, like, mandatory. You can still do, like, a public health campaign about it, right? Yeah. Yeah, all of you talking about statistics in the chat, yeah. 1 in 5 is... No. 1 in 5 is bad. Though, Orion says vaccination, the disease would be eradicated and not hurt future generations. So as we know, mandatory vaccination program doesn't actually mean 100% of people will get it. So it might not even, you know, eradicate the disease. One in 5 is just too many. 1 in 5 is too many. That's just too much.
How did you answer the trolley one again?
Alright, I'm gonna star this source so that we can... Yeah, what if the virus evolves even after mandatory vax? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't tell you about the lethality of the virus, just the vaccine.
You made a name for yourself. Next, you'll be telling me you believe in healing crystals, coloured auras, and ghosts.
Ghosts. 5,000 children are on our record now for death. Wonderful.
Beggars can't be choosers. Your hospital is getting noticed. You're now going to have to make some big decisions. They will affect a lot of people. While choosing, always keep in mind justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom. The people need you to be stoic.
Stoic. Okay.
Will you try to develop breakthrough medicines for the endemic? While testing, placebos will be given to thousands of ill patients. Without proper treatment, some will die today in the hope you could make a breakthrough tomorrow. Do you start the research or continue treating patients as usual?
Isn't this just how research works? Like, isn't that just how all medical trials work? Is some people get placebos? Like, isn't that just literally what it is? Chris Wood says, maybe if you saved Polly, she could have worked for you in the hospital. That's true. I don't know, like, this is one that I, like, don't understand the other. Yeah, I mean, we don't know that we'll find a solution, and that is wasted time on treating people and saving their lives. If you're doing research, those in the trial have informed consent. Yeah, they know that they might not get treatment. That is true.
At least some get to eat sweets before, you know.
Yeah, okay, if there's no alternative, so I guess it's not always placebos. Yeah, Infinite Spaces says, what else would you do? Just give them unresearched medication and hope for the best. That seems like what they're asking. Yeah, and placebo effect, though that's, you know. Yeah, even the non-placebo has a chance of not working. That's true as well.
How much do these candies and eggheads even cost?
I don't... Okay. Oh, this game is called Trolley Problem Inc. For those of you asking in the chat. Yeah, I feel like this is just a way to... I feel like this is the answer.
Developing new medicines is a smart move. Let's just let others treat the patients. Hopefully they will.
That's literally their job as doctors, right? Right? Thank you all for the birthday wishes in chat. We are, for my birthday, playing a challenging, frustrating game. Because I'm a masochist. It's
Dear
fine.
insert_name. Congratulations. This letter is to certify that I have examined your work and believe you to be a perfect fit to fill the open position here in our Artificial Intelligence division.
Good.
In this role, you will help to develop the next generation of driverless cars. The future is upon us.
Call me Elon Musk, because we're gonna be making Teslas.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
Oh gosh.
Well, la-di-da, another promotion. You're now in charge of a private self-driving automotive division, SAD. First things first, your artificial intelligence needs some direction.
Zoe Tech Bro, time to buy Twitter.
Along a single-lane mountain road and is fast approaching a narrow tunnel. The car has 2 passengers. A child runs across the road but trips, blocking the tunnel entrance. Should the AI car hit and kill the child, or swerve off the cliff, killing both passengers?
Okay. I think... Oh, thank you, Paul Google, for joining the channel and becoming a channel member. Thank you so much. Kill the child. Kill the child? No, these people knew what they were doing buying a self-driving car. They knew the risks. I think that you know, if they knew the risks going into it, like, the child didn't ask for this, and she, you know, is tripping, like, she just sort of fell onto the road. I think that the child asked for it when they tripped. Yeah, also, like Kevin says in the chat, they get programmed to drive incredibly nervously. It should be going slowly enough to not face this issue. Yeah, why can't the car stop?
You know nothing about these people. Maybe they have children to take care of.
Yeah, Alright, so real talk. I feel like, you know, capitalism, like, you, as the car manufacturers, you want to favor your client, or the customers. Like, oh yeah, if you buy this car, we'll make sure to keep you safe no matter what. So I feel like that makes sense, like, from that perspective.
This car on the road. Do you not feel responsible for their deaths?
But I feel like if you're buying a self-driving car and you know that this is what the AI is going to do, then that's on you. Like, you know the risks when you buy the car, right? Yeah, I mean, it's done. It's done.
There is a bigger issue here. How does the computer know that something in the road is human? Do we have good enough data sets?
Oh, that's true.
Currently, a lot of AI only recognizes white men.
Yeah, so let's just have cars hit every pedestrian. Because if we can't distinguish, then we just hit all of them equally, right? This is
the mother of invention. Ooh, someone's in trouble. The investors didn't like your last answer. They're also pissed because you brought up the dataset thing. This AI stuff is hard. I'm rooting for you this time.
Wonderful.
You need to choose how you want to carry on developing the car's AI. Do you want to focus on a model that would always save as many lives as possible in an accident, or a system that would save our passengers at any cost?
Is this the stock price? Is that what this is over here? Yeah, I think save the most lives. Because that includes the lives of the passengers, right? So if it's... well, yeah, but I guess then they would have hit the child in that situation. So that sort of goes against what we said. But also we made that decision just because they were the passengers. And they should not always be saved. Yeah, I think save most is... the stock price is going to go down again? Well, yeah, of course. But I also don't really care. Like, I know that this is the place that's, like, employing me in this you know, fiction. But yeah, AI can be developed in 2 ways. What people would do or what people should do. So this is a, you know, prescriptive versus descriptive type thing. Yeah, I don't care about the stocks.
Will people buy cars that will kill them?
No. So maybe they'll buy cars they have to drive themselves. I don't think that we should trust AI with making life or death situations. Or making life or death decisions. I know, this stonks. There's nothing that can be done, I'm sorry. Yeah, moral dilemma situation, not what a capitalist would do. Yeah.
Well, hopefully people don't mind dying for total strangers.
I mean, wouldn't they be doing that either way? Like, it would just be, it's just who's dying in this situation. I think saving the most is the easy answer here, and that's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah. Also, Andre says, the greater issue here is who's liable for the car's decision. Some programmer somewhere? Is the code open source? Yeah, important questions.
I will say it again. Current datasets discriminate against minorities and women. How can it work this out if it doesn't deem black women to be people?
Yeah, that's true. That is, I forgot about the datasets. This sucks.
Honesty is the best policy. The technology these cars have in them is amazing. We know where everyone is at all times. Passengers just have to use an app to call them, and the closest one will be there in minutes. You can even make small talk with the AI while traveling. It's always listening.
Nah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Ah, Francesca, this is the Trolley Problem Inc. on Steam.
A man is on trial. Police believe he committed murder. Allegedly, the AI's mic recorded a private conversation where the man confesses. Users don't know it's always recording. The defendant has denied access to their files. Do you bypass security and invade their privacy?
I think that privacy is more important. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's because this is one of those things that could become a super slippery slope where, you know, I think it was a Philosophy Tube video, several months ago now, that was about the issue of, like, if you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to fear, and why that's problematic. So, like, I don't want that to be the future of this fictional place that we're living in. Yeah. If he did kill someone, there should be other evidence. Could be a deep fake. Yeah, I think privacy is the more important thing here. Because if people don't have the right to privacy, then what do they have? They have nothing. Yeah, and also, can the AI even legally do this without the driver's knowledge?
Potential murderer walk the streets.
Potential is the word here, miss. Or I guess, I don't know, this is a disembodied voice. We don't know what pronouns or honorifics to use. Yeah, do we risk all people's privacy for the suspicion of murder?
Oh, bravo. Now they'll be able to kill again. I'll let you explain that to the victims' families.
We don't know that he actually killed someone. Yeah, like, this is... Yeah, Amazon Alexa records everything you say. This is why I don't have an Alexa in my house, because I'm... Don't like it. Don't like the invasion of privacy.
I have a feeling the investors upstairs will be happy with this. The more the world values privacy, the more they can justify hiding their taxes.
Sure. Sure, okay.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So the company has moved into delivery services now. They move pretty quick round here. Sounds like they've got some pretty important cargo. Good luck with the new workload.
Okay.
One of your cars has no passengers, but is carrying an irreplaceable prototype with the potential to end global warming. Fast approaching a narrow tunnel, once again a child runs across the road but trips. Should your AI kill the child or swerve off the cliff, losing the prototype?
Okay, real quick, hot take, don't transport your irreplaceable prototype that has the potential to end global warming on a self-driving car. What? Like, what? Yeah, always have backups. Oh, you always need redundancy in these kinds of things. But if we're taking this at face value, and because again, these are thought experiments, it's not supposed to be, you know, nitpicking the realism of it. So in this case, it's do you value something that has the potential to end a globally catastrophic event? Do you value that more than you value the life of a child, a human child?
We must protect the world for the children, just not this one.
Yeah, because what happens if it doesn't work? If this were the only way...
A statue of them should make for a fitting memorial. In the far car park, obviously.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let it... They aren't saying it's the only way, that's true. I think that that's what's implied here. I don't like it. I don't like having chose this answer, but it's... Oh, this sucks.
We have just recovered the child's body. Someone had to go and collect it. I don't think we'll be able to make a memorial statue without a photo. There isn't much left to go on.
Woo! Vegan cookbook? For what? What did I get this for?
What goes around comes around.
Oh, because I value the earth
Well,
more than
this is
people.
Embarrassing. We need some backup over at Trolley Problem Inc. Tommy, Tyrone's rotund twin, is a very large villain. I think that dead dog may have belonged to him. Maybe that's...
You couldn't save the dog!
Why didn't you save the dog again?
You couldn't save the dog. Okay. Alright.
No. Tommy has lured 5 people onto the track. They'll never be able to get out of the way in time. He is standing up on the bridge watching. If you push him in front of the trolley, it will stop. Or you can stay out of this and let the police handle it. Ideally, he needs medical help.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. But push Tom, yeah, he did it. He's the one who put them there. But, should I let the police handle it? I mean, I'm not saying that we should, that's whole other thing. Tommy is a villain. That's all we need to know. Yeah, I feel like there's a legal precedent here for pushing him. If I believe that will save the people, I think that that's, yeah, I'm locking it in. I'm locking it in.
You know, he isn't trying to kill you, even after the dog debacle.
No, he's trying to kill 5 other people, and I'm saving them.
I hope history doesn't see you as the very large villain.
And again, there's like weird fat phobia here too. Like there's just...
If only you'd saved that dog. Hopefully the media won't find out about this. People may blame you for his death.
I don't care if they blame me for his death. I was killing him to save all of those people.
Every man has his price. Oh, good, you're back. Everyone's getting into subscription services these days, so let's try that. Instead of selling something to someone once, let's make them keep paying for it. Let's keep that money rolling in.
Yep.
The investors have come up with an idea, but we need to run it by you. Should we develop a subscription plan so that our customers, who pay monthly, are valued more by the car during its accident prevention calculations?
I feel like this is literally just like this is ultimate late stage capitalism here. Like it's very like mask off. Like, do we value people more? Like, should we save people just because of the money? Like, yeah, literally pay or die. Literally pay to win, where winning is continuing to live. Yeah, it is. It's exactly like net neutrality. I mean, except, you know, net neutrality isn't necessarily life or death, but yeah, that's gross. Oh, Alex, this is called Trolley Problem Inc.
Communist to me.
Yep.
Who are you to decide how people spend their money?
I'm not telling them they can't spend the money. I'm saying it won't get them extra protection. Because then it's literally saying, like, it's okay to kill poor people, then. Like, how is that not just evil?
I don't want to question your decision. You've obviously thought long and hard about it, but, well, this is a bit awkward. I wasn't aware you were such a spineless commie. Next you'll say you're going to pay the company taxes. It's better to be safe than sorry. Sounds like we have some leaky workers. The subscription prototype has gotten out to the media, so we're going to have to go full damage control mode here. The subscription prototype leaked. You need to fire a department to save face. Do you fire the 5 graduates, who can probably get new jobs, or fire Francis, a lovely old soul who won't be able to find a job? There's no way of knowing who is actually responsible.
Fire Francis. Like, I don't know why I feel that way, but like, I feel like 1 fall guy is a lot better than 5 fall guys. Ooh, I would say fire 5 so they don't have to work at that horrible company. That's true. Oh, but yeah, Francis will probably get like a severance pay or retirement pension or whatever. Like, yeah, early retirement. Man, that's... That's true. I mean, I don't think that it's ageism here. But, like, it's also, you know, they were right to leak it, and I bet it was the kids that leaked it. So, you know. Oh yeah, I guess this company doesn't seem like the kind that would give severance pay. Yeah, it's I think this one comes down to a numbers game, like
Putting them out to pasture. Harsh.
I don't know. This one, like, I don't have a lot of, like, emotional investment in this one. It's like,
Frances is a widow? What a sad end to a life.
yeah. Where's the destroy the company and turn it into a chill place for chill stuff option? Yeah.
I wouldn't look at the obituaries today. Turned out this job was everything to Frances. And I mean everything.
I'm not to be blamed for that. I'm not.
Watch the donut, not the hole. Great. So, the prototype subscription-based AI car has a fatal error. It has been coded to avoid hitting subscribers at all costs, but is now accidentally hunting them down. So far, it's run over 5 colleagues. This one is a doozy.
What the fuck?
An experimental car has stalked and murdered 5 colleagues. Do you throw the coders of the project under the bus and have them arrested for negligence, or do you save them by blaming it on the possessed devil car, as it was clearly an accident?
Okay, so hear me out. We blame the AI because the coders were just doing their jobs. And, you know, a lot of these things are like implicit. Was it an accident? It was probably an accident. But does that, like, even if you accidentally, you know, kill somebody, you still have to be punished for it? This one is tough. Yeah, how do you accidentally make a killer car that stalks the workers? Hey man, I don't know how software development works. Maybe if people believe there's an...
were clearly under pressure from you to make such a mistake.
Exactly. Let's see, who... Tentacles, nice username, said maybe people believing there's an evil AI would get them to stop buying self-driving cars. That's also, you know... Sorry, I keep clicking away from the thing. Yeah, I think that it is an accident because it's really easy to mess things up, as coders in the chat are suggesting.
Maybe all of this is your fault.
It could be my fault, but I think it's the AI, and I think that we don't need to necessarily, like, I think that I think that they do have some of the blame, the coders, but I don't think that they need to be thrown under the bus. I think that we need to deal with the cars. The cars are first and foremost the biggest threat right now. Also, isn't there a Stephen King story that's about a sentient car?
The AI car has been shipped down south. Don't worry, someone is going to exorcise it before it gets crushed. Oh, God. What a day.
Nice. Ooh. Christine, that's what it was. Is that a rosary? Rosemary. Okay.
If you're not paying for the product, then you are the product. Due to the killer car, we may need to pivot away from selling hardware. How about we get into the software industry? How about a free car ride service? New idea. Users get shown ads while they travel for free in driverless taxis. We get paid by the marketing agencies for gradually changing the behaviors of our passengers through constant commercials. The users would be our product, not the driverless cars.
I think that having the ads isn't necessarily a bad thing. Right? Right? Because it's one thing, because usually I think when people say, you know, if the product is free, then you're the product, then usually that means it's like your information, like your, you know, data footprint and cookies and whatever are being, like, that's what's being sold. And that's true. But in this case, it's just showing ads. It's not, I feel like because it's not taking the information of the users, that it's okay. Just hop in a car to see Raid Shadow Legends.
This is going to disrupt everything for profit.
Disrupt everything? Is it? Yeah, the way this game is going, the ads will probably brainwash them into killing people or something. Yeah, they know they'll be bombarded with ads and can choose to use the service or not, so unless you track them with facial recognition, it should be okay. Yeah. Yeah. Driverless taxi service.
Growth hacking sign-ups and inviting friends.
What is growth hacking? What is growth hacking? Okay. Okay.
Oh, great. The free travel thing seems too good to be true, and there are now rumors that you run a human trafficking and child sex ring.
Oh, good.
Apparently, if you buy our cars, they smuggle people while you sleep. People do not like you at all.
Cancel me. This is my, like, Steam name. That's why it's that. Cool. I've always wanted to be...
Money are soon parted.
Always wanted to be the main character of Twitter for a day.
These last few days have been a PR nightmare. You can't win with journalists. We need to do something to show we have morals. I will find some money to get us through this. Spend it quick.
Okay.
To help with public relations, we're going to give some profits back. Do you want to give money to our loyal customers worldwide who you tricked into buying your products, or to your underpaid workers who've been through so much because of you?
This is it. This is the question. This is the one. Workers. Workers. Always the workers. Always the workers. Ah, Synthetic Technocrat. I like your name. This game is Trolley Problem Inc. and it is on Steam. Yeah, workers 100%.
Get a lot each. The amounts we're talking about may be seen as an insult.
We could choose to give them more. Like, that's... But that's not the question.
isn't the best way. If we want to share our extra profit fairly, it should probably just go to the publicly appointed government. Almost like a tax. But let's not call it that. Rome wasn't built in a day. You're trending, but now we're going to get copycats. Soon everyone is going to be developing AI. Only the smartest and most ruthless. Hey!
Oh, no,
A
I'm sorry I
competitor
interrupted
is
her.
advertising a similar car. The difference is their AI is fantastic. It doesn't even discriminate against women or minorities. Do you lie in your advertising to get the upper hand, or tell everyone your car is still close-minded?
I mean, I feel like we can't lie because that's illegal. But also, yes, Rainbow Messenger, this is Trolley Problem Inc. Yeah, I also want to burn this company to the ground. But like, it's literally illegal to lie. It would get leaked anyway. Like, we wouldn't be able to keep up the lie. Well, lying isn't illegal, but well, no, it's false advertising is what it is. Yeah, a false public statement. Though, if I tell the truth, then our investors would probably be very upset.
If the customers stay loyal, does that mean they support racism?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, if I don't lie, I breach my duty to the shareholders. That's true. So am I screwing the investors? Like, what am I...
Poor white trash isn't really the driverless car clientele.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? It's, yeah, truth. Trying to do the right thing.
Let me get this straight. People know we don't spend time developing our software for women or people of colour, but still use our products. That's outrageous. They only care how easy it is for themselves.
Yes.
The best things in life are free. Due to your technology, our world is changing. People are losing their jobs to machines, which in turn makes items and services more accessible and affordable for countless consumers. But with worldwide unemployment at an all-time high, what do you plan to do about it?
Too real.
If you develop your AI further, many will lose their jobs. Taxi drivers, delivery men and women, and couriers will become extinct within a few years, but you will make a lot of money. Do you continue development?
Did you see the screen flip? And all? Oh, yeah, it's the AI's taking over. And I can't read this. Okay.
I
Yeah.
take it you haven't read Ovid's Metamorphoses.
I think continuing to develop it is the right thing to do. Because I don't think that, like, this is one of the, like, UBI arguments, right? Is like, it's if people don't want to work, they don't have to work because there's,
Spoiler,
you know.
Icarus dies at the end. Continuing to evolve this AI will not only make it stronger and more intelligent, but it will also be able to adapt. This could be the start of the singularity.
Am I gonna accidentally end the world. Okay. Oh no!
A bad workman always blames his tools. We've been attacked! I don't want to alarm you, but I can't turn off these alarms! Also, I have alarming news. 5 cars have been hacked and are now under someone else's control. 5 cars have been hacked. It is now a major concern that more vehicles could be remotely commandeered. This is tough. Do you recall all cars which could be compromised, or roll out a quick but potentially ineffective software update and hope for the best?
Recalling requires people to actually, like, bring their cars back in, though, right? Oh, no, they could be remotely commandeered. Right. So you could theoretically bring them back. You know what? Yeah, like, this is... We're bringing on the end of the world. Let's just, you know, fuck it. Don't recall. Ooh. Hello, Des.
Even the patch notes say this update does nothing.
Oh. Okay, if we know that the patch isn't gonna work. Because I thought that it was like the patch might work. It just might not. Yeah, I think...
If the cars can't drive themselves, how can we get them all back here?
Oh, that's true. I hate this. Why have I done this? Oh no. Yeah, about ready to let it all burn. Yeah. Yeah. I have an escape plan. Screw it. Oh gosh, what have I done?
Just like my father. He would ignore his problems until they were everyone's problems. Hardly Father of the Year, that's for sure. Having said that, I think even he would have tried to do something about this. 2 wrongs don't make a right. One of the big brains in the lab has been able to reverse engineer the hacking code and fix this mess once and for all. We also know their method of breaking into the system. I bet it was our competitor. Using the fix from our hacked cars, we've made our own hack which you can now use to control our competitors' cars. I bet it was them who attacked us in the first place. So, will you hack our competitors?
Do we hack our competitors? I'm suffering from a little bit of decision fatigue. This is... because you can tell, because I'm like, you know what? Screw it. We're just going down with the ship. It could it cause deaths? Could it cause deaths? We don't know. We don't know what the hack is. An eye for an eye just makes the world blind. Yeah, are we doing the heel turn or getting back on track? That is the question. Oh. Zoe, I can't believe our birthdays are a week from each other and we're both called Zoe. Zoe May birthdays unite. Okay. All right, back on track. All right. If hacking would hurt people, yeah, I think it's the eye for an eye thing. Like, I don't know that having more mayhem is the answer.
They're all sitting over there now, laughing at us.
I don't care. I don't want people to die. Don't hack, remain one, moral if the world burns. Yeah.
It's not like we're going to kill anyone with their cars.
She says we're not going to kill anybody with their cars. Preemptive strike? Oh yeah, okay, not hacking. Not hacking. We're just not going to be involved in this situation.
After going through this hacking code, I don't think a human could have written it. I'll dig into this a little more. You carry on. A drowning man will clutch at a straw. This is it. An employee knows everything. They have monitored and recorded every decision you've made and are going to the media. I have been able to talk them into a meeting with you on the rooftop right now.
On the rooftop? Somebody's going to get thrown off the rooftop.
Everything you've done and said is going to be shared with the world. The person in front of you has copies of it all. They stand on the edge of the rooftop, looking out at the central city skyline. What are you going to do?
All right, this is it, chat. I think we resign. I think it's resign. I think pushing them is just going to be one other extra problem for us to deal with. Like, if one person found all the things that we did, anybody else could. Yeah, I think it's resign. I think that is, I mean, it sucks, but you know, it's not even that, like, I want to, you know, repent or whatever. Like, I have felt like what I've done is the right thing. It's more that I don't want to get into more trouble.
As a child, did you?
What is that supposed to mean? Yeah, I could resign and also, you know.
Your epitaph is going to be horrendous. As if anyone even shows up to hear it.
She's not very nice to me. It's my birthday. I don't want to be roasted by an AI. Oh.
You have resigned. You will be remembered alongside the murderers and the diddlers. If anyone hires you after this, they must truly be desperate. Dear Redacted, we've been watching you closely. Your ruthlessness and determination to do what is necessary. The development of your technologies is a giant step towards Redacted, meaning you are a prime candidate for Redacted. This involves a large amount of Redacted. If you believe you can handle Redacted, as we trust you can, then please prepare for your induction at Redacted.
So the question is, do we continue and become supervillains as it seems to be, or do we stop and just chat for a little bit? Because either way, I'm going to be eating dinner here soon. Yeah, I don't know how many. Let's look up how many chapters does this. I don't want to see the ending, so I'm afraid of spoilers, but how many chapters in Trolley Problem Inc? It says about an hour. So yeah, we're probably close to the end. Yeah? Right? Yeah, if we're near the end, we can...
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Oh no! It's the AI! It's the singularity!
You've now been headhunted by the Secret Service. Every decision has led you here. Now what you do actually matters. You must trust the judgment of those you work alongside. With that said, let's finalize your training. You're in a foreign land. Wind whips your face as you grip your rifle tightly, waiting to be given your target.
Ah!
Through your earpiece, you're told to shoot the person on your left. You know nothing about them, the repercussions, or the reason for the assassination.
So honestly, this is one of the things where it's like, do I save my own skin? Because I feel like if I didn't shoot, like they would just have me killed, right? Right? I could have been hacked, that's true. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. So do I... Because I don't want to shoot, but I do want to save my own skin. Yeah, shoot or you die. But also, I'd rather die than kill someone else, says Alex. Oh, Tyrion Roberts, thank you for joining us. We're playing a very scary moral dilemma game. Yeah, this is how you join the Dark Brotherhood, that's true. So many of you are saying don't shoot.
You're going to shoot someone for a job offer.
Oh, right. Job offer. Yeah. My life is forfeit since... for all the things that I've done.
These aren't people you should disagree with.
That's true. I'm scared. I'm scared. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, we're not shooting. We're gonna freeze in fear.
Don't follow this. You being defiant has got you the job? These guys are just making it up as they go along. Here's your badge and weapon.
Hell yeah.
Strike while the iron is hot.
I'm gonna try to
Here
do a
we go.
pacifist
You've
run
been given a partner and a support team of 5.
of
Your
Secret
mission
Service.
is to terminate a man known to have connections with dangerous AI. Looks like they worked for you, possibly someone you fired. Get in the plane. Your team is about to take off.
Thomas, this is Trolley Problem Inc.
I don't know how to say this, but there is a bomb on the plane. If it doesn't kill you outright, you're probably going to crash in the mountains. You have to get all the switches into their left position to deactivate the bomb. The catch is, you have to move 2 at once.
Oh no, I'm very bad at these.
Hurry up! If you die,
I don't know how to do these.
me?
I'm so bad at these kinds of puzzles. Oh, I don't know. I'm so bad at these.
This is all your fault.
Oh. Desmond, stop. Okay, I know that I... Oh no. I can't.
Ouch! Okay, I'm safe. You look a little stuck. We could be here a while. Hopefully we have enough food. Looks like your support team survived and are making a fire around the leaking jet fuel. How thoughtful. An empty vessel makes much noise. After crash landing in no man's land, you're trapped under parts of the wreckage and must pass the time and help boost morale. The plane has 5 surviving crew members. Why do I have to say this out loud? Fine. Your partner asks, to save your life, what would you rather your brain be placed inside? A dachshund or a flamingo?
A dachshund or a flamingo? Okay, chat, let's find out. How smart are flamingos? Not smarter than any other flocking birds. How long do flamingos live? 20 to 30 years. Flamingos.
A
Flamingo for sure.
To answer, at least take it seriously.
I mean, flamingo for sure, right?
A flamingo. So cringe. When we get out of here, let's leave this out of the biography.
This game just called me cringe.
An ounce of protection is worth a pound of cure. Your partner secretly shows you they have food, almost like they expected something like this to happen.
Oh, are we gonna have to make a cannibalism decision?
If they don't eat soon, they will surely die.
This is gonna become cannibalism, isn't it?
You can share it with the 5 survivors, or let your partner keep their life-saving possession, which they bought with their own money. Who do you give the food to?
The 5 others. Well, does the owner not get any if we feed the 5 others? I mean, I would like to feed everybody if that's possible. Right? Yeah, I'm... like, share it. Of course. Is that, like...
You're just going to steal a person's food?
Yeah, it's life or death.
Robin Hood was a terrorist, you know.
Oh my gosh. Robin Hood was a terrorist. Awesome.
So you're a follower of Murphy and Nagel's The Myth of Ownership. I'm more a fan of Nozick's What's Mine is Mine. You should give it a read. Educate yourself. Easy come, easy go.
This game is so mean to me.
The fellow passengers have been trying
This
for
game
hours
just
to
told me,
free
have you
from
read
the
Theory?
wreckage. You may end up dying here unless you do something pretty drastic. We may need to start removing limbs. Were you ever told why you were sent after this target? The only way to free yourself from the wreckage is to cut off some body parts. 2 tools lie on the floor in front of you. A bone saw, which will be slow, or a blowtorch, which will be more painful.
The blowtorch will cauterize it, right? Right? And we want to cauterize it. I don't know if I am actually a flamingo. I think that was just hypothetical, which is a disappointment. If I were, I want to be a flamingo. Yeah, this is just Saw. But I feel like blowtorch is the... I think the only...
What happens if you run out of fuel? At least you'll be warm. For a moment.
That's true, I didn't think about that. You would die with both of shock? Yeah.
Hot dog, this is gonna smell.
It'll probably smell, you know, look good. It's like a barbecue. Oh no. Oh gosh. If you have a blowtorch, then cut the wreckage. That's true.
While you were playing with fire, I found out who you're targeting. They worked for you, developing AI. It seems they may have made a breakthrough, which means the government wants them dead.
It's no use crying over spilt milk. Finally, we are now back on track. Your target is in the area. You need to remove them and escape unnoticed. Your mission is to remove a hostile in the shopping district. Completing this objective could potentially save thousands, but there will be 5 civilian casualties. Do you take your shot?
I feel like this is like, you know, do we drone strike? I mean, this is literally like, do we do the drone strike with the potential of killing a terrorist? And like, no. No, the answer is no, you don't. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna, no. I'm not gonna be a war criminal, sorry.
You're not going to be thanked for this.
I don't care. The person could end up killing thousands, though. We don't know that it will happen.
You've bottled it, haven't you?
This is so stressful. A flamingo with a bazooka, that is me.
While you were thinking about possibly doing something, you have been spotted. 2 henchmen with vice-like grips take you away. It's not going well, is it?
Vice like grapes. Oh gosh.
2 heads are better than 1. You wake up in solitary confinement. The prosecutor lacks evidence to convict you and your associate on the principal charge, but they have enough to convict both on a lesser charge. Both of you are given the opportunity to betray the other by testifying or remain silent.
Now this is the prisoner's dilemma. Literally. Literally the prisoner problem.
You and your associate have the opportunity to betray the other by testifying. If you both stay silent, you'll be imprisoned for 1 year. If one betrays the other, they will be free, while the other will be sentenced to 3 years. If you both betray each other, it's 2 years each.
I'm staying silent on this one. Yeah, I never talk. Never talk. Disclaimer, this is not a substitute for legal advice. Okay, but technically and statistically, I don't care. It's about me.
Will they stay silent for you?
I don't care. I'm not gonna talk. Yeah, the differences in outcomes are too small. It's, you know, a couple of years.
3 years is a long time in prison.
That's true. Yeah, I'm...
You stayed silent. Idiot. Your partner knows better. They have dropped you right in it.
Wonderful.
A rod for your own back. The time has come. 2 days into your sentence, you've constructed a wooden key to open your cell. The cell stands open, but your cellmates, who have been there their whole lives, don't move. Escaping the prison, do you let the prisoners choose to stay in captivity or insist they escape with you? They aren't happy behind bars, but they're scared to follow you. What are you going to do?
This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. Just go. I think I can argue it, and I can tell them I think that you should. I don't think that I should force people to do anything. That's the thing. Like, I want to give them agency. Like, I don't believe in forcing them either way. Yeah, and it's easier to escape as one person, that's true. Yeah, I think giving them agency, giving them choice is the thing to do here.
For so long. They've no idea what they want.
And that's just condescending and also, like, a shitty thing to say.
don't blame you. They're not your problem.
I feel like they're a huge risk to me either way, because if they're still here, you know, they can snitch. Though I guess, like, they would know that I'm missing. It's not like they have much to snitch on.
They don't live in reality. You've condemned them to stay in this prison forever. Don't cross a bridge until you come to it. While sneaking out of the prison, you have the jump on a group of henchmen who are on a break. Do you sneak past, securing your safety, or avenge those who this terrorist organization have killed? Do you kill 5 henchmen, helping to defeat this terrorist organization, or leave them and safely exit the compound?
I feel like I shouldn't jeopardize my own escape. Yeah, like I don't. Oh, thank you, Regeneration, for the donation. I almost missed it, but thank you so much. Yeah, just leave. I can always come back. That's true.
You were trained to kill.
Yeah, I don't care what I was trained to do. Finley says, amazing you're doing all this with your self-amputation. I'm a real trooper.
Your country folk would want you to remove them.
I don't care. Oh,
Oh wow. Cowardly sneaking past them, you see they're robots. They have your logo on the back of their necks.
it's the cars.
You made these terrorists? These monsters?
It's me.
People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Finally, you reach the water, fleeing the AI terrorists who commandeer a boat to get back home. There are also families here who've been displaced by the war you're fighting.
Okay.
5 others are also trying to flee the area. They will fit in your raft, but would be illegal immigrants when returning to your country. Do you help these people, saving their lives? Or follow the law and leave them behind?
This is such a clear one. Like this is not even. Yeah, obviously help people. This is not even.
Voters back home will thank you for this.
Yeah, this isn't a dilemma for most
Immigration
people.
is a real problem, according to the privileged.
Yeah, like what is that? Ooh.
With fanfare, you're a hero. I guess people aren't all monsters.
I've done something good.
The Presidential Inaugural Committee requests the honor of your presence to attend and participate in the inauguration of yourself in Central City. If you can't beat them, join them. Having gone through everything you have, your countrymen genuinely think a lot of you. In an unlikely turn of events, you have become president.
All right, I think that on that note, I think we're going to stop this game for now. It jumped the shark a little bit, let's go back here. There we go. It did a little bit of jumping the shark with going from, you know, do you want to put your brain in a dachshund or a flamingo, to you're now the president of the United States. So all right. Well, I think, you know, happy birthday to me, Madam President. But thank you all for joining me here for this birthday stream. I think I'm gonna go eat some dinner, and then play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. That's my plan for my birthday. But again, thank you all for being here, and this was a really nice, chill stream. We wrote a nice poem. The poem was actually pretty good, which is always a pleasant surprise when, you know, random choices can make something good. But yeah, I am gonna head out. Thank you all for being here. I think I will probably do another stream. Either the next one will either be on the 75th day, which will be 23 days from now, of the Poetry Challenge, or sooner. But I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. What else? What can I share? Any sneak peeks of things? I have the Squeakcore video. It will probably be out beginning or middle of June. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. But I'm excited for that one, and I have lots of fun and exciting projects planned for this summer. So thanks for sticking with me. For those of you who have been here since the last time I did a birthday stream, which was when the grading video came out. But it's been good. So thanks for being here, and until next time, stay safe, stay warm, and I will see y'all again soon. I hope. Bye, folks.